I'm Arabella Chi and I'm very, very excited to introduce someone very special, my baby girl, Gigi. Being a mum, honestly, is probably the most rewarding thing I have ever achieved. Like, don't get me wrong, it is challenging at times, but it is so worth it. And I just feel like being a mum, just honestly, I feel like it completes me. The birth was the most magical day of my life. Honestly felt so surreal when obviously I delivered her and she was put on my chest. I just was literally uncontrollably crying and I couldn't believe that she was finally here. So Billy's reaction when she arrived, he welled up with tears. He's not a particularly emotional person, so I think when he saw her being born and obviously his partner, me, going through the labour and how difficult it is, he was like, wow, one, I've got a new level of respect for you, and two, it is the most beautiful thing seeing like your baby daughter coming into the world. He just melted. I really like quite unique names. My boyfriend's a lot more traditional. So I was throwing all these names into the mix of like really unique names. And my boyfriend was like, no, no, no. And then somebody suggested the name Gigi. And I was just like, that's it. We both just looked at each other and we were like, that's it. I really like the name Harper. And then I was like, Gigi Harper sounds such a nice name together. And then Gigi Harper Henty is like, it just flowed. And I just think we were just like, that's it. And then we had that name from such a, like early on in the pregnancy. It was really nice for us that we were able to literally, like when she was awake in my stomach, we'd be like, Gigi, like stop kicking mummy. Like it was really nice because I feel like we were able to really engage with her from such a young, you know, when she was obviously in my stomach, but it just stuck and there was no doubt, even when she was born, we were like, we just knew that that was going to be her name. I would say the most challenging part of my pregnancy is the fact that your body changes. And I think for me, you know, especially probably living life in a bikini all the time and then seeing your body change, at times that had really difficult points mentally. However, I was also mesmerized that my body was creating a human being. And I kept on looking down being like, how does your body know to create veins and spines and a heart, like, and a brain? The human body is literally mesmerizing. And I was so shocked at obviously when I gave birth, how quickly my body bounced back into shape. And I think that a lot of that was to do with eating healthy throughout pregnancy. I didn't like cut anything out. I never do cut anything out. But for me, I think it was the training aspect and keeping active as much as I could throughout my pregnancy. I was actually able to train up until 39 weeks, which I was quite mesmerized that my body could train up until 39 weeks. It then meant that my body was able to obviously go straight back into shape very, very quickly. So we have a 1 nappy rule a day of nappy changing that Billy has to do. Obviously I'm breastfeeding, but he's helping me out with the express bottles, because I think it's really important for a guy to still feed if they can, because I think that's a really nice bonding time. The biggest adjustment I would say is obviously the lack of sleep, and I think everyone can warn you that, but until you're actually in it, the late nights and obviously the getting up in the middle of the night, it is tiring. And obviously as the days go on, like when you obviously first have it, you're like, okay, it's fine, it's night 3, night 4, it's fine. But obviously the more nights of that you have, the more exhausting it is. But you know what, she's so worth it that I wouldn't change. I wouldn't change the lack of sleep for the world. I'm like, she is an absolute diamond, and some nights she's better than the others, and she's worth every sleepless night. I am so excited that Love Island has now started, because you know what? My life now is on the sofa and it gives me and Billy something to watch between 9 and 10 every night. And I feel like once you get into it, it is so addictive. And I feel like 5 to 9, I'm sat there waiting for it to start. It's literally just like, yeah, I get so excited for it. I would probably say the thing I miss most about not being in Love Island Villa is not having a care in the world, because you're literally in this little bubble where you don't know what's going on in the outside world. You don't have your phone. You have to be so present in the moment, which, to be honest with you, I'm definitely trying to do now more. Like, I feel like I go on my phone hardly at all now because I've got her and she takes up so much time. But it's being present. That's probably what I miss the most. Hannah Elizabeth messaged me being like, isn't it the best feeling ever? Because she's obviously got a little one. And obviously Georgia Harrison actually came to my baby shower, didn't know she was pregnant at the time. And then when I saw her announcement, I was like, oh my gosh, you're having a baby. Fern, obviously she isn't a Love Islander, but she talked to me a lot prior to obviously having Gigi. So it's really nice to have like people that obviously either pregnant or have had a baby to go through and give you advice. I feel like the next 6 months having a baby, there's so many little milestones of them growing up and enjoying the newborn stage and just trying to be really, really present in the moment. We are moving to Dubai in August. It's probably the biggest next chapter of my life, moving to a new country with a 3-month-old baby and the dogs, the whole family are moving there. We're moving for Billy's work. So that's gonna be an exciting, but obviously challenging and adapting new style of our lives. And obviously I've got my skincare brand, which I would, when I get back to work, start pushing that a bit more and seeing where that can go for the rest of the year. Thank you guys for taking the time to watch my interview. See you guys later.